All right. Well, we're going to check this again. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Israel. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General Yohana. Salakia, for the technical difficulties, we had to, get some things straight. Before we got in on this Brotherhood class, man, first thing I want to do, man, I want to clap it up, you know what I'm saying, for, the Lord's 52nd Passover. You know what I'm saying, being hosted down here in Houston, you know what I'm saying, at the water to Commander General Yohana and the generals, you know what I'm saying, for entrusting, Captain Yatazak, you know what I'm saying, and his men to help delegate that function for the nation, man, you know what I mean? And it went off without a hitch, you know what I'm saying? Everybody they enjoyed themselves, or at least I'm hoping that you enjoyed yourselves, you know what I'm saying? The water to the captains, you know what I'm saying, and the officers and the sisters, you know what I'm saying, everybody who helped to, put some input in with the whole entire affair, or that came down and showed some love throughout that week. It was a pretty powerful week, man. A lot of brotherhood being shown, man. A lot of sisterhood and everything being shown, man. And times like that, you know what I'm saying, it helps you, you know what I'm saying, move through the rest of your year. You know what I'm saying? It gives you something to anticipate through, man. You know what I'm saying? It gives you something, something to hope for, you know what I'm saying? Because we go through most of our days, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, especially, when you're not in the ISUPK, a lot of times you spend a lot of your life, with lacking brotherhood and lacking sisterhood. You always got your face scowled up. You always got a chip on your shoulder because you don't know who you can trust. You don't know who you can have around your kids. You don't know who you could, have around your wife, who you could have around your money, your jewelry, your clothes. You can't leave anything around, people in the world, you know what I'm saying? And Barakatah Yahweh Shai for this truth, man, giving brothers and sisters a safe haven, giving people a place to where you can come and you can call home, you know what I'm saying, wherever you at. Like one of the most amazing things, you know what I'm saying, about the truth is that it don't matter where you go. As long as we have a school, you know what I'm saying, in the vicinity, you know what I'm saying, some miles away or within the area, you always got a place to rest your head. You always got somebody that'll look out for you. You know what I mean? Like there's always provisions, you know what I'm saying, within the scriptures or within the law for strangers, that go into, other lands and other tribal territories and whatnot. And, you had to go there and then brothers and sisters would take care of you. You know what I mean? Like, you stretch out your palm wide for everything that he have need, you know what I mean? Like, like the story with the brother, unfortunately what happened to his wife, she got, they had to chop her up and send her around the 12 coast, you know what I'm saying, so they can dish out that judgment to the tribe of Benjamin. But what that brother had, when he went into that land, he didn't want to go stay with people who were foreign to him. He wanted to go stay with, Israelites. And when he went and stayed with the brother, when he went to lodge, that brother gave him what he needed, you know what I'm saying, while he was out of his own land, when he was out of his own territory. That brother helped him out and assisted him for the time being before he went on and, continued his journey. But, it's a powerful thing to see, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, being able to travel and, brothers and sisters that needed lodge and get lodge. If you needed transportation, you got transportation. Hell, if you needed food, you got food. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know where to go, what to do, how to do, somebody was there. You know what I mean? Like we often, like I say, you live life and you can't even go into, the neighborhood next to your neighborhood without, some type of drama or some type of beef. But you got brothers coming from the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest, you know what I'm saying, the different parts of the South, out of the country, and they being met with love, man. And that's amazing, man, what we have here in this truth, man. That's something to never be, taken for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you find yourself at a moment where you don't, you're not feeling the love and feeling the brotherhood, pick up the phone. Call a brother. Call a brother that's out of your zone, you know what I'm saying? Call a brother that's in your zone. Call a sister that's in your zone, out of your zone, whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? And keep that brotherhood going, you know what I'm saying, all year round, man, because that's what's going to make, the Lord's 53rd Passover that much more special, you know what I'm saying? All the connections and all the bonds that was, established for the two, we went without Passover for a year. So it's people that, entered into the school that, brothers and sisters hadn't seen, never met, you know. And then, bam, Passover hit, and damn, it's a new face. You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro, what's your rank? Find out they got a new officer out of Chicago or out of New York or, from South Carolina. Saw that brother posting up all year long and damn, finally got to meet you. And he looking at you the same way. Well, damn, I'm finally getting to meet you. And we looking at each other like, damn, I've been so waiting to meet you, and now I see you, bro. Nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? I love you, nigga. I see that you're doing the same thing that I'm doing. We serve the same power, And it was just a beautiful thing, man. The Lord's 52nd, man. It was such a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing to be there. You had to be there to understand. You know what I'm saying? The feelings. You know what I'm saying? The love that we all have. You know what I'm saying? For that week that we spent with each other, man, it was a wonderful week, man. I enjoyed every brother and every sister, you know what I'm saying, that I got to meet, you know what I'm saying, outside of doing my regular duties, you know what I'm saying. But it was a beautiful, you know what I'm saying, week, a beautiful experience, I hope that more brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, come into this truth so they can experience that love and, get that feeling that we all felt this week, man, because you won't never feel anything like this. You know what I'm saying, outside of the UPK. But without further ado, you know what I'm saying, we had some technical difficulties. I'm pretty sure a lot of folks saw me pop up on Commanding General Yohana's feed. No, I am not Commanding General Yohana, you know what I'm saying. I would love to be as illustrious as that brother, but you know what I'm saying, it's just me as Preaching Officer Uriah. You know what I'm saying, we're going to do the Brotherhood class, man. Today we're going to talk about endurance through suffering, man. So, now we back to our regular lives, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna have to make that we're gonna have to make that endurance, man. You're gonna have to, go through those trials and those tribulations, man, for a whole nother year, man, so you can get that relief for Passover, or whether it be the various cookouts that may come through the different zones or whatnot, or you know what I'm saying, or just enduring through your everyday life, man. You want to persevere, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, we go through and sometimes we feel like we nigh unto death, man. We feel like, we going through much. We going through too much and the burden is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to do is, man, you have to endure. Like a lot of us brothers, we just now, entered ourselves into the Hebrew Academy, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna have to endure for those new brothers who've signed up for Hebrew Academy. Endurance is gonna be, something that you're gonna have to pick up on, man. It's gonna have to be something that you have to build yourself toward, man, and keep moving forward because, there are some, you might find yourself, by a weak person, and your endurance could be, what helps this brother along or what helps this sister along. Them seeing you persevere and endure might just be that thing that another brother or sister has to see, in order for them to pick themselves up or for them to endure stronger. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you wanna try to endure, as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Now don't kill yourself for anything, but kill yourself for this truth, if anything. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start off with Mark chapter 4 and verse 4. No, we're going to start at verse 2. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to, right here is when Christ, he's breaking down the parable of the sower, man. You know what I'm saying? And he begins to explain, the different seeds and what they go through, throughout their time, you know what I'm saying, headed to the ground and trying to, grow up those trees and those, fruit-bearing, plants. Here's what Christ said, verse 3, hearken, behold, there went out a sower to sow, and it came to pass as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came up and devoured it. And some fell on stony ground, where it had not much earth, and immediately sprang up, but because it had no depth of earth, but when the sun was up, it was scorched, and because it had no root, it withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no fruit. And others fell on good ground and did yield fruit that sprang up and increased and brought forth some 30 and some 60 and some an 100. So Christ is saying, the different seeds had different trials and different tribulations, that it went through. And some, back at the beginning, some fell down. And then some, the fowls of the air came up and devoured them up. Those some people that just, you hear the word, but then, other people come and they talk to you, and, you snap back, you snap out of it. And it's like, it sound good, but, you still got your life, and people telling you, that's a cult and you don't want to go that way. You know what I'm saying? Some of the other ones, it fell on the stony ground, and it had not much earth, and it sprang up, but because it had no depth, when the sun was lit, didn't have no root, didn't have no real ground, and you never really set your feet in. You never really dug into it. You just scratched the surface of it, and with that surface, you still gave way to your flesh. You heard it, you were fervent for it. You would tell your moms and tell your pops and tell your brothers and sisters, but you still battling with yourself, and you never really dug yourself in. A lot of times, brothers and sisters, they see it and they hear the truth, but because you don't come and you don't experience things like Passover or the cookout, so you don't come and get down, and come to the feast days, you don't really know about what's going on. You just looking from the outside, in, and you trying to make your way in, but you never let yourself come all the way in. You never wanted to actually give yourself wholly, to the truth. Like, and that's one of the things that, when coming in or while you going through the different things, here, you want to try to dig yourself deep, man. Like one of the things that helped myself, start digging deeper was seeking out counsel, asking questions, starting to get further, trying to get the deeper meanings and the dark sayings, and trying to understand what my role was to be, here within the school. Always, calling on my captain, calling on, the men above me, and, seeing what it is that I can do. And when I got the call to do something, going ahead and doing it, because, nobody's trying to kill you. We all trying to get work done. And that's something that helps you get yourself deeper within the school. Deeper in the truth, understanding that this just ain't no gentleman's club. It's actually the work. We fighting for your house shot. You know what I'm saying? We trying to build the kingdom. That this going to come with some work. And if you're not ready to work, you're not digging yourself deep enough in here, because the men, you know what I'm saying, the sheep of my flock are men. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead. You're going to come here and you're going to work for what you believe in. If you believe that Christ is black, you believe that the Israelites are black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you're going to come here and you're going to work to wake them up. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not digging yourself deep enough in here, then when it's time to do the work, and when it's time to, get you to attempt to yield some fruit, you're not going to be able to, because you don't have no depth to you. You didn't get deep. You was just light. You was on the surface. You got to scratch more than the surface, man. You got to start coming and being around the brothers, man, getting to know the men that you labor amongst, learning to love those brothers, man, and giving them a chance to learn to love you back. That's why Passover is always great, because the men that come, we know those men. We love them brothers. We love them sisters, man. We done took the time to get to know one another. You know what I'm saying? Built a rapport with one another, man. Time after time you'll see, a young brother or a young sister, walk through the doors, and because they don't, enter themselves in wholly, you never see him again. It's like, damn, well, the brother seemed all right, but he just never dug deep enough. He never seemed like he wanted to dig in, man. Come dig in, man. You got to endure, your own demons to be here. Not only do you got to endure your family, the outside people coming to get you, you got to endure your own demons that don't allow you to give yourself over to people, especially when it comes to righteous people. You know what I mean? Like we've given ourselves over to dope dealers, giving ourselves over to street runners, you know what I'm saying, whores, you know what I'm saying, whoremongers. You know what I'm saying? We've been tricked and beguiled and bamboozled by every stock of the like. But when it comes time to, you hear, positive words coming from men that just look like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Officer Dawa Da, man. You know what I'm saying? Brother worked hard all week. He said something to me. He say, man, people recognize the creatures. You know what I'm saying? Brothers in here look like creatures. They look like monsters sometimes. Like, I mean, just look just terrible, fearsome to the sight. But these are the most humble and loving brothers, you know what I'm saying, that love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that you've ever seen in your life. You know what I'm saying? Raised up by a mighty man, Commander General Yohana and the generals, you know what I mean? And they love black people with a fervent fever, man. They love black people. And when they see us, or when they see these brothers, you know, it kind of shock them and scare them away, and their own demons be like, these can't be the men of the God. These can't be the men of the Lord. And they'll run themselves off, man. You know what I'm saying? But now it say some did fall on good ground and did yield good fruit that sprang up and increased. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, shout out to Captain Yatazak for the mighty men under him, you know what I'm saying, that's down here in Houston. And people got to see the increase. People got to see the fruit of this camp, you know what I'm saying, this week, man. The hard-working nature of these brothers and the sisters that's here, man. Big shout-out to the sisters, man, for that unleavened bread that we all got to partake into Passover night and in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, man. You got to see the beauty and the bounty of the other zones, you know what I'm saying, fly into Houston, and how, you know, brotherly they were, and how much, you know, they were happy to be here and, you know, willing to help out where they could. You know, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful sight to see, man, especially coming out of the world, and you've never seen anything like that. You never had to been a part of anything like that. You know what I mean? But you got to see it. You got to witness it. And all of that you'll begin to witness and see as you endure, as you take the time to push yourself further and further and further into this body, man. You got to endure those hardships that come with trying. Like the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, when you come to serve the Lord, you know what I'm saying, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. Come prepare yourself for, you know what I'm saying, the suffering. Come prepare yourself for, you know what I'm saying, the tests and the trials, man, because it's going to come. This is not going to be an easy thing. And those of us that have been here, you know, for a few years, and those of us that's been for here longer than a few years, we know year after year, it is a try. It is a trial to continue to work, to, you know what I'm saying, take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? But we got each other, and we lean on each other. You got to lean on the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, to assist in your endurance, man. Because that's what your brothers is here for. That's what your captains and your officers that's above you and your generals, you know, lean on them, man. Lean on them when you feel like you weary or you tired. Because that'll help push your endurance to the max, man, to keep you going, man. Because you'll quit on yourself. You quit everything, you know what I'm saying, that you've done in your life. You've never seen anything to the end, man. But this thing here, you say, man, he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved, man. And what do you think you need saving from? Most of the time you need saving from your goddamn self, man. Not just the white man, because you'll destroy yourself. And when you walk in these doors, that's what you're attempting to do, is to stop the self-destruction, man. So that way you can help somebody else stop the self-destruction. So then we can defeat the destruction that the white man puts down on us. You know what I'm saying? By helping to bring back the kingdom of Yahushua, man. Because that's what it's all about, man. Enduring until Christ returns, man. You got to take that suffering, man. Drop that, man. So we're going to go to verse 16, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to go down to... We're going to go down to verse 15. And these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and take away the word that is sown in their hearts. Like I say, Satan will come. You know what I'm saying? Fill you up with distractions, your family. You know what I'm saying? Your wife, you know what I'm saying? She know that you can have multiple wives, and you trying to go over there to Passover, and she mad, she upset because she thinking you going to holler at somebody. So she don't want to come, and now when you leave, she intends on leaving you and taking your kids from you. So now you'll say, man, well, you know, I can't go to Passover, you know what I'm saying? It sounds good, and, you know, it look lovely, but I can't go. You know, I can't do it. You know, you gotta be willing to take that. You got to be willing to take that just to serve the Lord, man. Like, how much more greater is the kingdom of heaven than the kingdom of Esau? Anything that you have here, you know what I'm saying, Esau's kingdom will never amount to what you'll receive in Christ's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Christ say, you know what I'm saying, my father's house, there's many mansions. You know what I'm saying? Christ saying you're going to get a mansion too. What you live in, what, a 2-bedroom flat? What you drive, a Datsun? Come on now. Christ's kingdom is way more glorious than that, man. Gold streets, gold paved streets, jasper and beryl all over the joint, man. You got to be willing to endure for that, man. Like, it's just not for your sake right now. It's for the sake of the nation, man, for generations to come. That your endurance is necessary, man. Like, anything that you don't think you can endure now is a selfish thought, man. You know, just like, you know, like I say, when it came to, you know, Passover. Like, you know, you saw brothers ripping and running like chickens with their head cut off, enduring just to see other brothers and sisters enjoy themselves, man. You got to be selfless when it comes to your endurance, man. Your endurance, it just ain't about you. You enduring, you know what I'm saying, helps other brothers and sisters to be able to do the things, you know what I'm saying, that we would all like to enjoy to do. But, you know, sometimes you have to put yourself to service. Like, a lot of service is due to endurance, man. Like, think about any job that you work. You know, I used to do a lot of warehousing, man. And in the warehouse game, you know what I'm saying, a lot of it ain't about, you know, how much you can do in a space of time. It's about how long you can go. So a lot of them jobs, you know what I'm saying, be at work 16, 17, you know what I'm saying, 16, 17 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? I had to endure that. And the endurance of it was so that way, you know what I'm saying, the job could actually get done. Like, this thing is about working it all the way down. Like, because, you know, you got those jobs where you got 8 straight hours. Some of them was not 8 straight hours. It was you come at 12 o'clock and then you work until done. And you didn't know when done was, so you just had to continue to work. This is what the truth is, man. The truth is work until done. That's it. There's no, you know what I'm saying, you know, shout out to General Q, you know what I'm saying? We did a glorious, magnificent show yesterday, you know what I'm saying, with the Black Watch, you know what I'm saying? It was a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, working with the show with the General, you know what I'm saying? That was wonderful, you know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? He said, you know, you got to work until it's done. You got to endure to the end, you know what I'm saying? You got to. This is a work until end type of job. This thing is no man knoweth the hour. You don't know when this is going to be done. And you don't want to be found not being capable of enduring. You don't want to be found, because now what you'll do is when other people see that you tired and you slowing down, you may cause another brother to become weak and say, man, you know, he resting. I want to rest too. But no, because you'll enable somebody's demon. And you'll pass that demon on to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, in your ignorance, not knowing that if you just had kept working, that brother could have used his potential and kept working too. So a lot of this, like I say, your endurance is not just a selfish thing. It's something that other people see. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that you're being watched this whole time. Everything you say and do, you know what I'm saying, people are witnessing how you move, how you talk, how you act, how you walk. You know what I'm saying? If you walking and you got the gusto behind you and you moving and doing your thing, you know, you look like you ready, set to endure. Because this ain't a speed race. You can't speed till Christ's return. You can't speed up into that. Because you don't know how far away it is. This ain't like driving on a highway where if you start going 80 miles an hour, you can make it to your destination quicker. This ain't that. This is one of those, you know what I'm saying, slow and steady wins the race. Let's keep doing it. Don't burn yourself out. You know what I'm saying? But work like you trying to get somewhere. Work like you trying to get done. Don't work like, oh, it's just going to happen, because the kingdom of heaven comes not with observation. So you can't just chill around. You got to keep moving. You got to keep working. I'm going to drop that. We'll go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. in verse 20. You know what I'm saying? It's book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall all see together. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices, and the women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sowing places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. And at the time shall friends fight against one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. And the springs of the fountains shall stand still, in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. So a lot of this, you know what I'm saying, you're going to see a lot of destruction. The books, you know what I'm saying, the books of the prophecy are going to be held open toward the firmament. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you're going to see when the world, you know what I'm saying, that shall begin to vanish shall be finished. You'll see this when this world begins to finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see children. Children are going to start to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Small babies, you know what I'm saying? Women going to bring forth babies knowing that, you know what I'm saying, that this is what's going on. And those kids going to be raised up. Like right now, we got children being raised up in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Mighty warriors being born in these days and these times. And what they're going to see is the destruction of Esau's world, you know what I'm saying? And when that trumpet shall give sound, every man here, they shall suddenly be afraid. People are going to be afraid. Like right now, there's a lot of terror going on. People are dying left and right. You got the coronavirus still running rampant. You got Esau's stock market steady on the fall. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, you know, these devils jumping out of buildings, killing themselves, killing their wives, killing their kids. You know what I'm saying? Friends turning into foes, and the whole earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The whole earth is going to suddenly start to begin to be afraid that the black man, that the Hispanic man, the Native American man, you know what I'm saying, they going to stand up. You know what I'm saying? They going to stand up and want to fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Whoso shall remaineth from these things that I have told thee shall escape, man. If you remain after this, if you endure, man, you're going to see Christ's salvation, and you're going to see the end of this world, man. That's what your hope should be in, man. Your hope should be that you one of those ones that's fighting with Yahushua at the end of this thing, man. Helping to bring up this nation and bring up this kingdom, man. And helping the destruction of this one, man. Like, we go out on these street corners, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Most High in Christ, you know what I'm saying? We'll be able to start back up maybe soon, maybe this next week, you know what I'm saying? To go out there and get it on so we can continue to tear down this kingdom with the foolishness of preaching, man. Get out there and label the destruction that's coming to this white man's world, man. That's coming to his kingdom, man. Ready to tear this sucker down. Cause I'm tired of waking up, man, under the heel of the white man. Right. I'm sure most of us are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done had to come enjoy Passover and enjoy a taste of the kingdom. Like, I mean, like, just imagine, you know what I'm saying? We just enjoy just a taste. Like, it's like, you know, having a full bottle of water. Like, the scriptures is a full bottle of water. And every year for Passover, and when we have our feast days and when we have our barbecues, you get a drop of the water. We get a drop of the scriptures every time we come together. We get a drop of the kingdom. Just a drop, just a quick taste. And then we got to turn back around into full out atonement, living in this oppressive society, man. This trying to make it through this is going to take endurance, man. This takes, and you got something? I see you good. This is gonna take endurance, man. You got to build yourself up to be able to endure, man. For all my men that like I say, has joined the Hebrew Academy with me, you know what I'm saying, this year. We're going to have to take that and endure that to the end, man. You want to count yourself to be a soldier. You want to count yourself to be a warrior. Come and endure that, man. Just like the men above you have. You want the men below you to be able to take anything and everything. Come endure that like the men above you. Come do that. Come show yourself and prove yourself worthy to be called, you know what I'm saying, a warrior for Yahweh Shai, man. Come prove it. And enduring is one of the measures that you can use to show yourself approved, man. Showing that you able to withstand the suffering of this place, man. Be able to just take some suffering for your people to assist with taking your suffering from your people. Take some suffering for your people to be able to assist with taking some suffering from your people, man. You got to endure, man. You got to. It's necessary. Endurance is necessary in brotherhood, man. You're not a damn good brother if you can't endure. Cause you're gonna have to, like, what, man? One of my favorite scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Peter asked him, how many times should you let your brother, you know what I'm saying, offend thee? 7 times? Christ says 70 times 7. That itself takes endurance. You know what I'm saying? It takes endurance to go to a brother, he and he alone, and y'all constantly have to go through it and go through it. You got to endure that. Brotherhood take endurance. Sisterhood takes endurance, man. If you lack some endurance, then you're never going to be able to, have patience. You got to have endurance to have patience. You got to have endurance to have long suffering. Don't say short suffering. That's say long suffering. In order to long suffer anything, you have to be able to endure for the long end, for the long run. That's what it takes, man. You don't drop that. I'm going to go to Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10. So, like, if it seemed like I'm just burning through the lesson, you know what I mean? But started out a little late. You know what I'm saying? I want to give me some heavy hitting scriptures in. See what I'm saying? We could push this message of endurance, man, so we can get it out there. So brothers and sisters know that you got to long suffer. You got to endure, man. These trials and tribulations aren't acute, man. These things are long. You got to go through this. You know what I'm saying? If endurance wasn't a factor, you know, what would have been the need, you know what I'm saying, for the truth then, if you didn't have to endure? Like any captivity that we ever, got through, we had to endure as a people. Like black people, you know what I'm saying? We've been going through something for over 500 years, you know what I'm saying? We've been in this captivity over 500 years. You know what I'm saying? Endurance, I mean, hell, we should be the face of endurance. As much as you know what I'm saying, we kiss up to the white man, our oppressor, you know what I'm saying, we should be the spokesperson for endurance. Like anytime you think about endurance, you should see a black face, a Hispanic face, a Native American face, because we have been enduring trying to get this place to love us and not get no love in return. You want to talk like that's some hellified endurance if I don't know none. What we got to do is have that for each other and be willing to take that same measure of suffering, you know what I'm saying, for each other and do it with each other and help build this nation up, man. Endure through the struggles, endure through the hard time. You know what they couldn't do? You know what I'm saying? With Moses in the wilderness, they didn't have no endurance, man. They was always complaining. That's why it had to be a whole new generation of folks and Joshua to get into the kingdom. You couldn't, they couldn't make it. They couldn't endure. They couldn't continue to say, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't, they always complaining the whole time, you know what I'm saying? It was just, you know what I'm saying? It was always complaining. It was always some type of back talk. It was always something. You know what I'm saying? Those brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, wanted to come up against Moses, wanted to turn back to Egypt because you couldn't endure the hardship. Be able to endure the hardship. Not just, you know what I'm saying, for your own selfish gain. You'll endure hardship for yourself and enjoy the fruits by yourself. But you're nothing without your nation, man. If you live in the hood, man, live in the hood. Endure with them brothers in the hood, man. Show them, be able to allow them to show you, you know what I'm saying, give them the chance of being a brother by being a brother to them and enduring the things that they go through because you once lived that life. To be able to muster muscle with them, man, and go through that like time after time. You know, you got black people that can't endure with other black people, so they move and go live in the oppressor side of town, and then you go over there and you get oppressed even sorely because you're in the mix with them. And then you'll endure to show them that you can make it there with them. When it comes to your own brothers and sisters, it's just like, man, you know, I can't wait till I get the money to move away from them. I can't wait to do that. And you go and put your family into a nightmare, man. All because you weak and you can't endure, man. It takes strength to endure, man. You gotta have a backbone to endure, man. You gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, like my Hispanic, you gotta have the cojones to endure, man. It's gonna take some fight. And if you got some fight, then you can endure. And if you don't have the fight, lean on your brothers that do to teach you and to show you how to endure, man. Like, it's amazing that, you know, we got brothers in the school who've been, you know, Commander Junior Hanaway, been in school since the 80s. You got brothers been in school since the 90s. You got brothers that been in school since the early 2000s, early 2000 teens. You know what I'm saying? That are enduring. And enduring for their brother's sake, man. Because they know that there's some weak brothers that's out there, and they're going to say, they say that they're strong enough to endure, to help bring back this kingdom, to take away the suffering that those people who can't come into the truth take in on every day, man. Well, I'm at Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10, man. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, man. Blessed are those, man, that are persecuted for righteousness' sake. You think persecution just stops at you know, once it hits you, it's done? Nah. You get persecuted every day. Oh, y'all in that coat. Oh, y'all, you know, y'all Bible thumpers. You know what I'm saying? You lose a woman. She take your kids. Your mother don't want to talk to you. Your brothers and sisters don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The police come up, harass the camp, you know what I'm saying, almost every other week. Endure that persecution because the kingdom of heaven is ours, man. That's what that say. For those of us that endure the persecution. But you got some people that know the persecution will come and will refuse to accept the persecution because they know they can't endure. They know they can't withstand it. You know what I'm saying? They know. They are full on aware that, you know what, I can't take it. It's just something that I would choose not to do. And I'll remain in my wickedness because I know I can't take it. I know that the first time that, you know, somebody asks me, or, you know, a sister look at me and I tell her, you know, I'm an Israelite, and then she'll say, oh, well, you know, you only gonna deal with me. And then when you tell her you gonna have more than one woman, she gonna leave you, and then she gonna take your kid from you. You know you can't endure. You know you won't be able to stay in here and keep the same spirit that you have throughout the entire time. Yeah, it's going to get hard. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Anything that's worth fighting for is never easily gotten, man. You know what I'm saying? It say the kingdom of heaven has to be taken, man, by force. It's got to be taken. And in that fight, or in that struggle, and in that war, you're going to have to endure. This ain't going to be something that, you know, okay, I did it for a day and that's it. Count myself among the greats. Nah, you can't count yourself among the greats for one day. Not for a week, not for a day. You're going to have to work until the work is done. That's the only way that you can get the reward. The reward don't come to the end. This job, everybody gets paid at the end. And it don't matter when you started. If you started earlier than somebody else, you're going to have to continue to work. If you started later than somebody else, you can't stop earlier. You're going to have to keep on working because there's going to be brothers that come after you. And then that's when you get the reward, when the man who owns the field comes to get a reward. You're going to pay everybody the same wages, but your endurance is what gets you the wages. Your work, your long suffering, your endurance. Of course, I'm paraphrasing a parable that Christ used. You know what I'm saying? For the owner of the field, when he had the brothers that some came at 6 in the morning or at the sunrise, some came at noon, some came at sunset. And at the end, you know what I'm saying, they all got paid the same wage because that man, it was his field. He can pay them all what he wants to pay them. And that's what Christ is going to do. Christ is going to pay everybody out for their endurance. And it don't matter when you started. But as long as you start and you keep going. Your diligence in this is what helps you get to the end, man. You digging yourself deep in this is what helps to get you that endurance, man. Try to find that second win. Whatever that type of work may be. Get in here and get your office. Get up in here and find out what you can help with to help dig yourself deeper, man, in here. Get to knowing the laws and understanding why we do what we do and why we say what we say. So that way you can do what we do and say what we say. Watch the men above you. See how they move and how they talk and say what they say and do what they do. Dress how they dress. That's how you gather your endurance up, man. Not saying you're going to be the same person, but you're going to be likened unto that man. And that's how you're going to gather that second wind, that breath to keep you moving forward, man. Because this ain't going to be easy, man. And I know these captains, these mighty captains make it look easy. But understand me, those brothers put in the work. And they have to endure. They have to endure with every mess up that a man under them makes. You know what I'm saying? They got to take the checking, pass the checking down, and endure with the young brothers and build them up and raise them up to endure with the brothers that's going to come in under them, man. That's just how it works, man. Everybody has to endure, man, because this is not going to come easy, and it's going to take some long suffering, man. I'm going to drop that. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to go down to verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. You know what I'm saying? You have to take that same persecution that the prophets had to endure. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jeremiah and them had to prophesy during the captivity just like we did, man. And they used to come at them with the gnashing of teeth. They used to kill prophets back in the day. They used to have to run them off, and them brothers would have to get away. You know what I'm saying? They be hot on their trail, ready to kill them, telling them how wicked they was. And they'd have to go and get somewhere before they get killed. And then come back out and do it again. And come back out and do it again. And come back out and do it again, man. But that's how you have to be. You have to be ready to take that. You got to be ready to lose your family. Ready to lose it. Like Captain Mashak said, man, go broke for this truth, man. And then going broke for this truth, man, endure that hardship of going broke, trying to build your nation, man. Endure that and lean on that. Because when you need it, or when you have needed it, all you had to do was call the school. One phone call away. The provisions is already there. You know what I'm saying? You got to store your treasures up in heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to store your treasures up, you know what I'm saying, where your heart is. And if your heart is with this school, you got to put your treasures here, man. That's what you got to do, man. We're going to drop that, though. And I'm going to grab, let me see, I'm going to grab, what is this? Luke 17:7. In just a second. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to put it all on the line for this school, man. You got to be willing to put it all out there, man. You gotta be willing to put it all. Like your endurance, like endurance is what helps you to put it all out there, to leave it all, you know what I'm saying, out there, man. So it's no question about, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you're gonna be able to leave it all out there, man. You're gonna be able to give it all, you know what I'm saying, for your Howard Shai, man. You're gonna be able to give it all for the Most High, man. Most High in Christ, man. You're gonna be able to give it all. And when you're giving it all, man, you got to be able to know that what you're doing is right. And you knowing what you're doing is right, man, you have to endure through doing it, man. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. You know what I'm saying? The scripture said itself, man. Come prepare your soul for temptation, man. Come prepare your soul to be tried, man. Come prepare yourself to not be done smoked for 5 years and then walk past somebody blazing a joint and it hit your nose the right way and you say, damn. How I missed that. Be prepared to be scrolling through Facebook and see some disgusting whore with her backside out and say, damn, I gotta hit that with the like. But you know what? I can't. I'm not gonna do that. Be prepared for it, because it's gonna come. It's going to happen. It's just that's just what it is, man. Once you change your life for the better, that's when everything that you used to do seems like, you know, it's like, God damn, all the things that I can't do, you know what I'm saying, my mind and my flesh wants to. But you're gonna have to fight that. You have to fight yourself on that, man. Don't keep on reading. Say, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Cleave unto the Most High, man. Cleave unto him and not depart away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. That at the end you can receive the increase, because the increase don't come right now. Though you may receive some increase throughout it, that's not the increase that you waiting on. That's just to keep you fortified while you here. That's to keep you fortified and for you to help other brothers and sisters be able to endure, man. Rom, is that a question or something on Facebook? Is that a question on that? And a question? Just check that out for me if you could. Man, I just want to make sure that's not. Yeah, say cleave to the Most High, man, that you can be increased at the end. But whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state. And be patient when you change to a low state, man. That as you're gonna keep your ups and downs are gonna come, man. But as you keep going, as you go up, and then you go back down, be comfortable in that and be patient. Just waiting to the end. Because patience relies on endurance. If you're not a very patient person, you lack endurance. You lack long suffering. You lack the ability to give way for suffering to happen. You lack that. And because nowadays it seems fashionable for people to, you know, try to escape their suffering, when you have no outlet to escape your suffering with, you end up losing yourself to being impatient. But what you got to learn to do is endure. And with that endurance is going to come long suffering and patience. So that way you can deal with certain situations and learn how to deal with things, you say, in a more positive light. Instead of trying to make yourself feel better, wait. And the Lord will give you the increase. He'll increase you intermittently. And then at the last end is where you're going to get the big whop. That's when you get the big lump sum. But you got to be able to dog it out until it's time for the lump sum, man. You know what I'm saying? With that, you know what I'm saying? I know it was a very short class. You know what I'm saying, we just had some technical difficulties. I know I chimed in on Commander General Yohana's class channel again. You know what I'm saying, Salakia for that. You know what I'm saying, to the men above me. But this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. So out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by the amazing Commander General Yohana, man. Everybody, man, while you doing your traveling, man, travel safe, get home safe. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to get back to work, man. We got to keep on grinding for your Hawashai, man. And with that, shalom. You can go ahead and click it.